out of the social commerce space, building storefronts for big brands and retailers. You see a few of them here. And mobile commerce is really interesting in and of itself. But where we really saw profound impact was how mobile was being used in this cross-channel model, how consumers were using it in the store, and how marketers could reach out to those consumers and start to engage with them in new ways that we just really have never done before. So we embarked on a journey to build a new platform that we call Local Point. And Local Point is designed to specifically bring web-style marketing, merchandising, and analytics into the physical world. And let me tell you a little bit about what I mean by that. So we took some lessons from .com in this model. In .com, we know everything about the consumer. We know their past shopping history, we know how they got to our site, we know how much time they spent on the site and what they're doing on the site in real time. However, in the physical world, the real world, these two things don't usually go together. We might know your background to be able to send you a marketing messages or an SMS or whatever it might be. But we really don't know when you're in the middle of the buying process, for example, visiting a store or at a sporting event or whatever it is that you do as a consumer, when it would be an appropriate time and place to engage with them. We lack that real-time component. With Local Point, we bring that back together and we do it through the always-on, always-connected mobile device. And with this, we can do things like tell somebody who owns a store or a brand that sells through a multi-channel retailer what's going on in the store, how often do people visit, is web-style analytics, how often do they come back and visit again, how much time do they spend on site. We can use that as an opportunity then to trigger different forms of engagement, to talk to them and engage with them as they're approaching a store or in a nearby neighborhood to bring them on board, to bring them into my store. And we deliver this as a set of software that can be embedded in any rich application. So this is tied to rich applications. For most retailers or brands, rich apps actually really equals their loyalty cards. This is a big area of investment. Media companies can use this as well. And what our technology does is it allows that app to become aware of its location relative to what we call geofences that have been set up through the other component we deliver, which is our marketer's console. So a marketer can use this with geofences around their stores, geofences around places where special events occur, nearby neighborhoods, whatever it might be, and talk and engage with those consumers at the right time in the right place, bringing that real-time marketing component to the way we market to people in the physical world. So I'll just show you a little bit of it. I'll be the only guy up here not demoing something on a mobile device. This is actually the console on the back end, which we can't see. So I'll attempt to put this over. The console on the back end. With this technology, a marketer can come in and download or upload all of the locations for their stores, for example. And with that comes an automatic deployment of geofences. Nothing has to be installed on site. These are all done virtually. You can geofence anything on the planet. Once it's put in place, we can, if I bring the mouse back over, these are all malleable. So this one is a store. We're going to put a geofence around the front door, or we're going to move it over here and make it larger and put it around the parking lot. We can interleave these geofences together and link them and understand how consumers are moving from the roadway to the parking lot to the store. Engage them when they come to the garden center differently than we do when they hit the front door. It gives us all sorts of power to be able to engage with consumers' applications. We also can do things like use this to engage with consumers. Here's our store geofences, but in the nearby neighborhood or on the job site where the contractors are working, and talk to them at 10 till lunch to encourage them to come in for a deal of the day, to replenish materials or replace broken tools, things like that. So we make it entirely relevant based on where you are as well as what you're doing. And then this whole system is enterprise ready, so it's already linked up so that we can then even use things like what you already know about your customer, go out and ask and say, this is Eric Newman, this is the event that's just occurred, he's walked into the store, what do you want to offer him based on his past behavior as well as this current activity that's going on in the store today. And with that, we get to take advantage of, I mentioned analytics before, we certainly can do analytics around different campaigns that are delivered based on someone checking in or walking in or exiting a location. But we also can do things like understand what's going on in our locations, maybe how long people are spending, how often they come back to visit. So it's really powerful tools for the marketer to be able to reach out and touch and engage with their consumers at the right time and the right place. If you have any questions, we have a booth out front, and of course you can vote for me, and I'll come up and do a more detailed demo later if you'd like to see it. Thanks.